What is this whole thing? Yeah. What is this, this over here?
Anterior pole
Yeah,
of the lateral ventricle.
No, an anterior horn.
Oh, horn, sorry.
What's that right over there?
Anterior pole
Yeah.
of the lateral ventricle.
Yeah, what two things are this?
I can't see what you're pointing at.
It's the pole of the anterior horn of this lateral ventricle and the anterior pole of the whole ventricle. And what's this?
Inferior horn of the lateral ventricle.
No, the posterior horn.
Oh, posterior.
And what's that?
Posterior pole.
It's the posterior pole of the whole ventricle, and then what else?
Posterior pole of the posterior ventricle.
No, the pole of the posterior
Right,
horn.
sorry. I was going to say
And
posterior.
then what's this? The inferior horn of the lateral ventricle. And what's this? What are the two relationships this has?
I don't know.
It's the pole of the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle, and it's the inferior pole of the whole ventricle. Okay. And what's this?
I can't.
An interventricular foramen. And then what is this?
Third ventricle.
That's correct.
Where is it?
Yeah, the third ventricle.
Oh.
And then what prevented the rubber from going any further superior over here?
Epidermis.
That's correct. And what prevented the rubber from going any further superior over here?
Lamina terminalis.
Correct. And what prevented the rubber from going any further that way?
Which way are we looking at here?
Over here. What prevented it from going further that way?
Further down?
Yeah.
Hypothalamus.
That's correct. And then what is this right over here?
Is that the infundibular recess?
No.
Optic, superoptic recess.
Yeah, the supraoptic recess or the chiasmatic recess. And what's that?
Infundibular recess.
That's correct. And then what do we have over here?
Cranial stalk.
Yeah, the pineal stalk is here, and then there's an artifact of the preparation is that the pineal recess got inflated. And then what prevented rubber from filling in that area?
The mass intermedia was
Correct, the mass intermedia. And what is this?
there? That looks like the cerebral aqueduct.
Correct. And what's projecting over here?
Yeesh. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, so what is this whole thing over here?
Fourth ventricle?
So then what's projecting over here? It projected further.
Lateral fourth ventricular recess.
I forget the name of that thing.
Correct.
That's the one.
Yeah, lateral fourth ventricular foramen or foramen of Luschka. Of course, that's bilateral. What is projecting over here?
Is that the other foramen of Vigendi?
Well, what's projecting over here is actually the lateral fourth ventricular recess, and then the opening at the very tip is the foramen of Luschka,
Oh.
or a lateral fourth ventricular foramen. Now what's projecting over here?
The medial fourth ventricular.
That's right. The medial fourth ventricular recess. And what's what is an opening?
Foramen of Vigendi?
That's correct. The medial fourth ventricular foramen or foramen of Magendie, or Magendie.
Sorry.
And what is being represented over here?
Choroid plexus?
Yeah, lateral choroid plexus. And what is being represented over here?
Same.
Well, you only get part credit for just saying choroid plexus, though. The anterior choroid plexus, in the roof of the third ventricle.
I didn't know that.
And what is being represented over here?
Inferior choroid plexus.
The posterior choroid plexus.
That's right the first time.
Yeah, there's no inferior choroid plexus. The choroid plexus in the inferior horn of the lateral ventricle is part of the lateral choroid plexus.
Okay.
Okay, I think we just got everything on this, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Just anterior, then posterior, and that's it.
Yeah, there's no inferior.
So there'll be a
recess.
number of questions on these things.